Good evening, everyone. I hope it is audible to all. So, participants, doesn't they have doubt regarding the previous session? Into the chat. Any doubts regarding the previous session? You can just post it into the chat. Okay. Any doubts regarding last 3 days session? You can just post it over here. Today we have reached to the day 4. So in day 4 we will be completely seeing about how to work with C# coding. Yes, Vipin Code. Yesterday we have started with the Unity introduction. Yeah, actually, yesterday's topic it is completely regarding the Unity tools. Okay, fine. So yesterday we have seen how to start with that Unity Hub, and from that Unity Hub we have created a particular project. So inside the project we have just seen all the tools. What are the purpose of the tools, and each and every menus how we are going to use. So this and all was being explained for yesterday's session. Okay, so this is the short note on yesterday's session. The tools were there were many number of tools like each and every menus I have explained how to add the package from a store like that. Fine. Okay, participants, I welcome you all for day 4 session on virtual reality 21 days masterclass. And with that particular, we are just going to the another moment over here, the coding process. So we will be demonstrating with some codings over here, how to work with the C sharp. So C sharp is the coding platform which we are going to use inside the Unity 3D. So how that particular C sharp and how that particular C structure itself we will be just going on. There won't be much changes, but there are many keyword changes will be there. So the keywords and all it is very difficult to memorize. What we will do means we will be just studying the Unity 3D script. So the 3D script which is globally available for free provided by the Unity documentation. You can just read from that, and from that particular data here we will be able to make some kind of interactions inside our user interface. So what does that particular user interface means? Normally if we are interacting virtually towards the system. So that is the most important part nowadays, especially inside the virtual reality or augmented reality. You have to interface either virtual or in the real-time tapping. So that makes a wide difference over here. Now for that we have many types of buttons, the sliders, and providing the text. So we are supposed to unlock each and every process over here. But anyway, all the things we are not able to practice. At least we will just kickstart with some sort of sections, how to work with that particular thing, and at the same time we will also see how to create the particular material part also inside the Unity itself. So that material part, it will make a most wonderful kind of appearance, which is very easy to color an object. So for that purpose we will be using this material part. So this will be in this particular video's agenda, and throughout that particular user interface, one application we will be just making, like toggling the button. So based on that button toggling, what the action will be taken place and how that particular action is being taken. There won't be such a huge kind of code and all. It is very minimum level, and the application, the logic, everything, it is completely easy. So first of all, let us start with creating the hub. So inside the Unity hub, and whenever we are creating any kind of file, make sure don't work with that UI names anywhere. That will be any part of coding. Okay, so this won't come in UI name. If I mention it as UI, there are chances to take that UI, and there are chances to throw also. For any codings, don't mention the keyword as a file name. So now we are opening the Unity. I think it is taking time. Now along with this particular interface, so first we have to select the button, and from that particular button we have also to select another one panel, which is known as the canvas section. So within that particular canvas, based on the toggling, the appearance and the disappearance we will be able to see in a clear way. So for that we will be having such a kind of logic which we will be using a lot, and the header files, how to call that particular header files, like using system collection, using Unity engine, open panel, mono behaviors. So how that particular each and every structure of coding also will be generated. So this particular codings and all we will be doing in Visual Studio. So Visual Studio is the only software supported to work under the Unity part. So from that particular Unity creations, if you install Visual Studio, it will ask your question like what is the purpose, like Python, .NET, then C++, HTML, like that. It will be asking question. Among that questions, you just tap on Unity. So Visual Studio for Unity. So now finally we have opened our particular file. Okay, so first let us create our requirements. So from that particular requirements, how we are going to add the button first of all. So that is the most important part. Okay, so now click on game object. From that UI we are supposed to take, we can take any button or button text mesh pro, both are same only. So tap on that particular button and here we will be able to see. Yeah, so now I have just changed the axis by using this direction button. Now if I want to drag and drop into that particular place, I am using this drag and tool icon. Okay, so now once when we look it over here, it's a bit small. So how it will be there in game scene? Inside the game scene we can see the view. That view is the real view, so we have to check with that. Yeah, so it is too much small. So what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to change the size of the button. So click on button. Here we can get the position, height, width, rotation and scale. Now we are going to enlarge the size of the button. Yeah, so now the button is ready. Okay, if you want means we can just place it down. If you double click on that, we will get all the particular functions which we need to be accessed over here. So now we have to change the text. So click on the text. So the button's text will be highlighted. Here we have that respective text portion, and from that particular text portion, type whatever we need. So here I am providing it as trust me. Yeah, okay. If you want means you can also change the font. Yeah. Now it is almost looking better. So click on that, press me. Now let us just run and see. Yeah, okay. So press me. It is working well and good. Now we are supposed to select our next object. So what is our next object? I am going to make it means in order to display and make it disappear. Game object UI panel. So panel is required. Panel is bit huge size. So why don't we reduce it? Okay. So now we have reduced the panel over here. So from this, if you want means we can also change that particular background. So how that background should be changed means, click on UI, select a raw image, So here it is not taking that input. So what we will do means we will change the color. Yeah, now it is a little bit visible. Yeah, so now it is correct, and for that it is showing some error. Okay, fine. So anyway, we are not able to use our raw. Now the part is like we are supposed to get into the coding one. So inside the coding, how we need to start means create C sharp. So this section I am making it as open pan. That will be the coding name. Here you can see the coding. Press enter. It will open on the Visual Studio. Okay, so now this will be that particular header files like unity system.collections, collections.generic, and the unity engine. Now whatever the name we have given, that will be the public class, which is mono behavior. Only for the particular coding it is active. Okay, and now we have a void update and void start, which we won't use at all, so delete it. Now we can start with our declaration part. So here we have one of the game object called panel inside our hierarchy, so that we are supposed to call as input. So from that particular game object, the name is panel. Now the next part is we are supposed to create a function for opening and closing, like appearing and disappearing. So that is the main goal. So provided with public. Why you are providing it public means it is easy to access anywhere inside the code, and it is known for everyone, like those are good in basic codings and all. So created one. Now within that we have to provide the if condition. So if we are supposed to go with panel, the panel only we are going to take. Panel initially not equal to null. So null means 0, so it should not be enabled. And based on the boolean data, 0 and 1, boolean will be always active. Panel dot active self. Panel set active if we are pressing on that particular button. So panel dot set. So whenever we are working, make sure this particular case sensitive is more important. Okay, so Exclamatory provides the vice versa action. So that's it. The coding has been completed. So the coding will be only this much. Now we have to press Ctrl S, and here the changes will be taking place. So therefore, the complete process is ready. Now after this particular process, go to button and add this script onto it. So click and drag. Okay, so this should be kept, and inside the button you should also enable so here it must display the function whatever we have made. Just a moment. I hope now it is audible. So here one portion has not activated. Due to the keyword. So here we can see our errors. So this will be that particular normal section only. is active. Everything is correct, but I am not sure why it is throwing the error. Let me paste it once again. So I am just recreating that particular file. I think now it works. Yeah, so it was there might some keywords. Now within that particular keywords, we are supposed to add our panel part. So call our panel into this. Now execute the portion. Okay, so there is some orientation mistake, I hope. Let us check our click function. So in this particular portion, it is not displaying the coding part. So the one thing I hope we have forgot one portion, creating the scripts. I think there is an issue with this interfacing. Okay, so we'll check this in the meanwhile and we'll update it. Participants having doubt till here, you can just post it. Participants having any doubts, you can just post it. We mostly use C# for this. Okay, so I hope there's no doubt. I'm using Visual Studio. No, it is not possible to use Python. Python is not possible for this. You have to go for Unity 3D script. So there they will be providing the detailed one. I'm not sure whether there is a naming mistake and all. Now we can also change our file name. So there's a problem with the system software itself. That's why it is not working. Yeah, usually it will be just displaying in the form of drop. This is not C or C++. This is known as C sharp. C sharp. C hash. You can see this hash. This is known as the sharp. Okay. So if anybody having doubt means you can just post it. Else we can wind up the session. This is Visual Studio C sharp and the software is Unity. Yes, you have to learn C sharp for Unity. No, actually, Visual Studio it is available. That's not an issue. But Unity you are supposed to purchase. Okay. The platform you best to go for Unity documentation. That will be the best platform.